Hi, this is Llyn Hunter, L-L-Y-N-H-U-N-T-E-R, storyboard artist and illustrator, and today on What to Draw, it's autumn, and I have valley oaks, white valley oaks, California oaks, out in my backyard, and they're dropping all kinds of gorgeous leaves. And what's kind of fun is we're going to do some critters based on our little leaves here without having to do a lot of work, just have some fun with them. I'm picking up, this is a 4x6 inch piece of watercolor paper, and I am going to use, I'm not really sure, I have a number of tools here. I've got a nice Prismacolor pencil here. It's my favorite Tuscan red, and it's in a pencil extender. If you've never seen a pencil extender, this is what you can put a colored pencil into to extend it when it gets short. See, there's a short pencil, and you paid what, $2-3 for the pencil. As it gets short, you can put in one of these babies and you can still draw with it. Along with that, I've got number 1 or 01 Micron and a number 3 or 03. I'm doing real well here. 03 Micron pen and a color erase. This is Prismacolor again, color erase pencil. I'm not sure. The color erase is a little bit harder pencil than the Prismacolor. I'm not sure what I want to play with today. I probably have a couple of pencils off to the side. Actually, I might use this too. This is a nice little 0.5 Tombo lead holder. I really love this one. This one's from Japan. Pencil or good old mechanical pencils come in a lot of styles and shapes, and this one has a nice weight to it and feel that I really love. I love Japanese stationery stuff anyways. But anyways, we're going to start with this little leaf because it has a fun shape, and I think I'm going to probably just use this one for the heck of it. We'll see what happens as we go along here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, what's nice is use a leaf that's not crisped yet, and it's still got a little bit of life in it, so that while you're drawing around it, I'm just going to draw around it. I'm using my leaf here as a template. Yeah. And I'm using my nice little number 5 pencil here to give me my shape. Just for the heck of it. This is because, I don't know what to do. Sometimes when you want to draw something, but you don't know what to draw, this is just something to give you some insight, okay, I need a springboard. I'm going to just draw around a leaf as a springboard to my imagination. So, I'm not doing a really tight or concerted effort here with my leaf. So, I've got just a shape there. And that's a really fun shape. And I'm going to put a little bit of definition here. And I'm thinking, it's like, depending on, the pencil has always that nice stuff. You can go hard or light or what have you. So, with the Pigma pens, you've got permanence. So I'm not sure which way I want to go to here today. I want to get some volume to this thing. And I'm thinking, this is like maybe a tail. Or I'm thinking, I'm going to give it some legs. Give it maybe bug-like legs, and let's see here. How about some antenna? And let's give him a funny eye. I like to give personality, so I'm going to give him a funny eye here. So I've given myself a little bit of a, let's give him segmented legs, like you would an insect. And I've given him kind of a mouth here. And give him a smile. And I'm going to pull out my Prismacolor pencil here, and we're going to give some definition to his body. And when you come in with some shading, that'll give you some volume. So I'm going to kind of, let's see here. Let's take the side of my pencil. Maybe give some volume this way. Just give some random, where's that direction going to go? I don't care. And that's the thing. When you're doing something like this, just kind of let your brain go loose. Go, I don't know where I want to put it. Let's just try going this way or that way, the other way. And let's see how the randomness takes me. Because I'm going to make this some sort of strange little creature, and I'm giving him both volume and shape. the shape we got from the leaf, and I'm giving him volume by taking the side of my pencil and my colored pencil here and giving it some shape. And then let's give him a little bit of shade underneath. Okay. And now I'm going to come back in with this is the 03 Micron pen, because I want to give some definition, and I want to make let's see if we can the loose things that I've done. I want to give him a real eye, give him a pupil here, and his mouth. So the thing is that by bringing in the darker line, I give him a little bit more definition. And that's the thing too. Right now I'm playing with tools, and we had these little antennae-like things. So let's play with those. And so while I'm giving him some more definition, you can tell on several of my other what to draws. I like to make critters. I like to come up with different types of characters. Let's see here. And since I kind of understand insects, I can't say that I understand insects. You really want to understand insects, you draw them and you draw them and you draw them. And I've done it sometimes, and I've done some insects, but I haven't done a whole lot of them. Look at these jointed legs. Has kind of an odd stance here right now, doesn't he? Okay, give him some more legs here. Just play with that. And give him another leg over here. So we've got a complement. So if there's a leg over here, you want a leg over there. And this is his strange body. And give him a full outline. And that's the thing is that this is from just drawing around that leaf and giving... Oh, we've got a funny shape here. What are we going to turn this into? I could have turned it into a bird. We could have turned into a number of different things. It's just where my brain went today, and it all depends on what your brain's going to do. So it's not like you have to do what I'm doing. You can come up with anything you want to, and that's it gives you an opportunity to let your imagination fly and come up with your own ideas and play. It's like I'm playing with the tools here now. It's like I'm putting some definition in with some odd cross hatching and stiffling to give him him. I wonder why it is. Sometimes when I do critters, I always say he, or a lot of the times I say he. I rarely say she, and I'm not sure, what it is in my brain that gives the definition of something that doesn't even have a sex, a definition like this. This is really more of an it. We don't even know, how does my creature breed, to give it an actual gender or sex. No, gender would be, I don't think animals really have gender. They really have more, their identities are sexual. As humans, we define things with gender, whereas animals, it's just sex. Even though we're animals too. So, anyways, there's my first little creature. Let's give him a kind of an extra separate head, and maybe some texture to his body, or its body. And I wanted to give it a leg back here too, because if it's going to be a insect-like character, it's going to have 6 legs, because if it has 8 legs, it's an arachnid. If you want to get into the animal kingdom here. So we're playing around, like I said, play around with stippling if you're using ink. And then you can play the sound of the pencil. I'll go back in there. Let's go in with the pencil a little bit more. And you can do cross hatching with the pencil as well, and just by pressure, you can change the value of your pencil. This is one of the things that I really am not as fond about in digital, and it's just it's different programs too, because I find in Procreate you've got brushes that are a little bit more sensitive to pressure than even on like the Cintiq and what have you. But I still find that the computerized graphics don't have quite the responsiveness still that I would like, that I get out of a tool like a pencil. I mean, instantaneously, when I give a mild pressure, I get changes in texture and in value with our traditional tools over digital tools. And that's not saying that digital tools don't have their values, because they do. But just it's one thing that I find with traditional tools, which you have, especially with pencil and colored pencil, you have instantaneous change in texture and value by just a very slight pressure. Okay, so there's one critter. Let's find another leaf here. Let's see here. Let's see. Or maybe I should just take the same leaf and put it in another direction. And say, because I want to fill up this, or give some more volume to this page, or maybe two. Let's see here. I'll put this one here, and I'll take my pencil again and give it an outline. Yeah. Just give it an outline. And like I said, the only reason why, you can do anything you'd like, but it's giving yourself a boundary, giving yourself a rule to play with. I'm giving myself a rule. I'm drawing around a leaf, and that's my beginning. Okay, I'm going to do that leaf, and then, let's see here. I'm going to put this leaf on top of it, for the heck of it. And we're just going to put this leaf here. And see what we can come up with. And again, that's why the reason why you're doing this is because, okay, I don't know what to draw today. I'm going to go outside, find a leaf, trace around it, and it's very much like if you ever did tracing your hand to make turkeys when you were 5 years old, and you had a class, and you're drawing around a turkey to come up with the turkey. Let's see here. What do I want to do with this? Give him a head here, and give him an eye as well. Maybe he'll be flying. Here, we'll give him another side. Give him another side wing over here. I need another side wing, so I'm going to trace around the leaf again. Need another side wing. There we go. Side wing. And or maybe he's just walking down there. So I'm just I'm setting up my outline, setting up a little bit of underdrawing. And put an antenna there, an antenna there. And then maybe, let's see here. I'm going to use a piece of this. We need another guy over here somewhere. So I'm going to take a piece of this leaf. And you can tell I'm not planning this stuff. This is me doing, okay, I'm drawing something today. And come up with something to have fun. And like I said, it's outside my door. I'll give another head here. And give an antenna there. And there we go. Okay, now I'm going to play with these guys. Let's see here. All right. Give this guy an eye. He's looking at this guy over here. This one is looking at that one. And give him a similar kind of funky nose. There we go. And that's what you want to do. Just come up in your imagination. Give something eyes. Google eyes are always fun. A couple of balls, a couple of dots, some eyebrows, a nice smile. You've got an imaginary character that's already ready to rock and roll, ready to play on your page. ready to, and then when you get done with them, come up with a story for them. And then you can write it up and illustrate it and have fun. That's what I do. My problem is there's not enough hours in the day for all the things that I want to create and make and come up with. Because life is too much fun. I mean, the advantage of being an artist is we get to create worlds within worlds within worlds within worlds if we like to. But I like to come up with silly characters. It's a fun thing to do. And since we've got a nice autumn period right now with fun leaves, this is one way to be creative. And then when you're done, if you want, you've done your drawing and you've added your detail and what have you, come in with some watercolor or some colored pens and color them up. Or do whatever you want. There we go. Let's see here. And the boogie legs. So like this one's off the ground. We'll give it some shadow so it feels like it's off the ground. And this guy over here, give him some eyes. I said, I like to do, you draw a circle, dot in a direction, and usually if you're doing the eye on the far side, it becomes, this one, if this one's a circle, that one's a little bit of an oblong. Give it some eyebrows to give it some kind of expression. There's the beak and a smile. And all of a sudden, we've got personality! Yay! Easy way to give critters personality. It's just a couple of eyes, some eyebrows, and a smile. And all of a sudden, something is fun and funny and silly. And fun and funny and silly is the best. I always like silly things. Somebody asked me once what type of animation I like to do best, and I always said, I like silly. Silly is the best. I have done action adventure, I have done realistic, I've done every kind of animation, storytelling you can imagine. But my favorite is silly. I loved Animaniacs, I loved Earthworm Jim. Curious George was a delight. I like silly. Silly is fun. Okay. I like that. We've got that shape going on back there. Let's throw in the shape in here. Give them some texture. And you can do that with your pen. Let's see here. Do that with this guy too. And clean up this guy a little bit. And give him some of that. I like the repeat of the funny shapes for some texture for the heck of it. And where is... no. Okay. Take the pencil here. I'm going to give some texture to this guy too. And so, I don't know about you guys, but I find that autumn's a short season here in California. We get, just as the leaves are starting to turn, we start getting the rainstorms. And with a couple of rainstorms, there go all our fun autumn leaves. And I like it best when the wind's blowing and the leaves are all falling like confetti. And they're all different colors. And it's really fun. And then we have one or two big storms come, and it's like, there go all of our beautiful leaves. Oh, I forgot to give this guy antenna. I'll give him some antenna. But again, you can see how we're laying down some quick texture just with the side of the pencil. And if you're doing that on digital, you could always, no, you can't do this on digital. Or you could always do the outline and then throw everything that you've done here and scan it into the computer. And then throw color on top of that after you've done your pencil drawing. I've done that too. That's another fun way to get different styles in there. Okay, give this guy some antenna. This is my 3 ends. And give these guys some little bit of extra stuff here, a little bit of extra texture. And what I would do too is to finish this up, I would go over the outline again with maybe a thicker pen. So it's like or do what I'm doing here, where this is the 3, and then what I'm doing is like going over each line a couple of times just to heavy them up, to give a more interesting thick outline, and go in and play with the texture a little bit more, give them some little, warty colorations or what have you, and then go in and maybe do some cross hatching. I'd probably spend another probably 20-30 minutes on it doing that sort of thing. But that's it. There you go. So there's our playing with leafy shapes and using the outlines to make fun buggy boos or whatever you'd like. You could make flower creatures. You could make fish. You could make funny fish swimming in the ocean with the leaves. But go find yourself a couple of nice autumn leaves and make yourself some critters. Okay? Thank you for stopping by. This is Llyn Hunter. I have a Patreon. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate your being here. Thanks for your time. Bye-bye. Next time.